Hey everyone, welcome. It's Alicia here from Paper Munchkin. Today I've got a video to share with you on how I made these gorgeous origami roses using the Fine Art Floral DSP. And this was the box I shared on my Artisan Design Team Facebook showcase for February. So let's get started. I'll put this aside. What you'll need is the DSP of your choice for in whatever size. I'm using 3" by 3", and that will give me these size flowers. The bigger your DSP, obviously the bigger the flower. And the other thing you'll need is a bone folder and a toothpick. Right, so to start off, you'll need the side that you want showing for the flower, like this. Facing down to start with. Okay, so I want this side showing on my flower, so I'm going to face it down, and you're going to fold diagonally to start with, point to point, and then you're going to come in with your bone folder to crease it. And the only reason you need the bone folder is because we're using our DSP, and our DSP is a little bit thicker than origami paper. So it helps to give you nice crisp lines, which is what you want when you're making origami paper crafts. Right, so I folded on the two diagonals, so I have an X now in my line. I'm going to flip the paper over, and now we're going to fold along the straight edge. So we're just going to come in, crisp the lines, open it up, and then doing the other side as well, making sure that the edges are lined up straight, creasing the lines, and then we are going to turn it over, and on the diagonal lines we're going to pinch it and fold it closed so you get a triangle like so. And then we're going to get the point of the triangle from one side, and we're going to fold it up to the center point, creasing again, and then we're going to do the same on the other side, folding it up and then creasing again, and then we're going to fold it down now to the bottom. So we're just basically the triangle we made, we're just going to fold it in half, and then we're going to do the other side, crease it, and then we're going to pop them up again, and there's a little gap here, or a pocket. We're going to pop our finger in there, and we're going to fold it down to turn that triangle into a square, and do the same on the opposite side. Oops. The only problem with using a 3" piece of paper is it's a little bit smaller, so it gets a bit tricky getting your fingers into things, but that toothpick can come in handy as well if you can't get your fingers in there. Right, so we've got this, and then we're going to flip it over, and we're going to do the same thing so that we get an identical side on the opposite side, or identical looking shape on the opposite side. So point to point from the sides up to the top, creasing down and then folding them down. Now sorry if I'm going too fast, but I wanted to try and keep this video nice and short. But if you're struggling to follow along, just pause the video at any time and rewind and forward as you need to follow along. So there we go, I've creased it, and now I'll come in with my toothpick to separate that pocket. There we go, and we're going to fold that into a square. Do the same on the other side. I think my nails are doing a little bit better than the toothpick. Right, so then now we have a square like this, and like this on the other side. Okay, and then this top triangle now, what we're going to do is fold that down, over, kind of like folding it in half almost. Oh, toothpick's in the way now. And our bone folder will come in to crease it. There we go, and now we have this, and then we've got this part here. So we want now our triangle part that we folded over on the left hand side, and we're going to see these gaps here. I'm just going to pop my finger in this little gap here, and with my other hand I'm going to press it down, and we're going to flatten it into a triangle shape. I'm going to crease with our bone folder, and then do the same on the opposite side. So this little gap here, pop my finger through, and then flatten it to get a triangle. And this part here, you want to make sure that your corners, your triangle corner tips are even. Okay, so this is now what we have, and then now we're going to flip it over, and this triangle piece that we folded over earlier, we're going to try and stand it up now. So you just need to fold it back and forth a little bit to get it standing. And when it's standing, you'll see there's a bit of a pocket here and another pocket here. What we're going to do is, oops, I'll lay it flat. We're going to put our finger into the pocket. Sorry, it's a little bit hard to see and I need to keep it flat. So pocket here, and you're just going to fold this part over like so, and you kind of have like a triangle V thing that's standing up now. So that's what we want, and then we're going to do the same on this side, but we're going to fold it to the opposite direction. So we folded it that way before, and now we want to fold it out this way towards me. So get my finger in there, and then I'm going to fold it over and stand it up like so. And now you have almost like an X. See? Like an X. And what we're going to do now is we're going to pinch the top with our fingers over here like so. Cup the piece in our hand, and we're just going to twist. And we're just going to keep twisting until you're happy with it basically. And you'll get that look. So that's your flower centre now. And now you've got all these pointy ends. What we're going to do then now is where the toothpick comes in. We are going to just, this is going to be a little bit tricky for you to see, but I'll do my best to not block it. We're just going to hold the tip over the toothpick, and we are going to roll it away from the flower centre, like so, around the toothpick. And we're just going to do that for all the pointy corners. The ones on the inside get a little bit tricky. This is where I said I'll block some of your view, but just try your best. It's definitely easier when you make bigger flowers, but I obviously needed them to be this size to fit on the top of my lovely U-treat boxes. So just curling them a little bit. Oops, sorry, went off screen a little while. Do that. And then this one here now. Rolling it. And then rolling this. And this one. Oops, sorry. It's probably a little bit blurry. Camera's trying to focus. And last one. It's a bit tricky when they're tiny. Alright, so now your flowers kind of flatten out a little bit, but that's okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to pinch that flower centre, that little point for the flower centre again, cup it in their hands, and we're just going to twist. And voila! Here's your little origami rose, all finished. And you can put that on top of a box, like so. Yeah. And I'll show you some others that I created. So this was from the same DSP, but I used the reverse side, so you get the lighter pink on the outside instead of the floral pattern. And those are the same size. And here's one that I made that was using the 4-inch piece of paper, which is slightly bigger, like so. So yeah, so different sizes will make different flowers, obviously. So that's it. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. See you next time. Bye.